Grand Rising, YouTube Grand Rising. Good evening, good day, depending on where you are. I'm back in again to channel the messages that sent to me, through me, and for me to share. And remember, not every message that comes through is going to be a message for everyone, but there's definitely a message here for someone. You're just needing to take the messages that resonates and leave the rest for those that the message will resonate with. So these messages that I'm coming in with now is chapter 19. Chapter 18, I believe, was the segment of full moon messages which I've put up in a playlist on my channel, with a few other messages which I feel is in alignment with that message in the energy of 18. Chapter 18, unseen, hidden in plain sight type energy was the overall energy, I believe, of those messages that was coming through. 5 in total came through within the next 3 full moons which we're having, plus, like I said, a couple others leading up into this energy. So this is chapter 19, and the angel number that was coming through for me for this particular chapter is 191. I've also been kind of thrown back into 1910 past life energy, which is in alignment, no surprise to me, because I always use my past life oracle when I'm in my chapters and seasons. Angel number also 202 may be significant, but specifically I was channeling a timeline of the 27th, because this write-up which I'm reading now I channeled yesterday after a long day. So the 27th of the 10th, 1910, to the 27th of the 10th, 2025, past life energy. As I was coming into this recording, angel number 422 I feel is significant to the energy as well. There's this energy of a blast from the past, a sudden shift, a change. In this energy of channeling in two minds. It's not an energy of doubt. As I continue to read, you will understand where I'm picking up on this two minds, or many different energies I'm connecting with at this time, needing to take what resonates and leave the rest for those that the other messages will resonate with. In this energy of you've earned every stripe, tiger energy, what's your dream trying to alert you to, or moving you away from and forwards to, towards? In this energy of 23, SupaNova StarTeller energy, who feels it knows. I feel your pain and I see your success. It's not in vain. Some things may never be the same. I was then picking up on the title of my previous message, the finale of the full moon energies, the triple full moon energy messages I put up. And the word listen was standing out to me as I broke down that word. It's the ending, the 10. And then I was hearing news at 10. Now in the UK, we have news at 10, and it used to be read by a Trinidad news reporter named Trevor McDonald. For some reason, that name feels significant. I can't remember the middle name. I believe it starts with an L. So the initial L may be significant also. I was picking up on some other initials here, but as I continued to go down, so I was looking into this year because I was thinking, what's the relevance of 1910 to the current moment? For those that may be resonating in the energy of chapter 19. So as I googled this year, it's the year of the dog, Chinese zodiac, the generation of the greatest, Scorpio energy. I was then picking up the first name that came through as I was googling 1910 was an American baseball legend named Connie Mack. And as I was writing Connie Mack, I was then hearing the song Return of the Mack, in the energy of a blast from the past, in this energy of Mercury retrograde, where we're in the shadow period of Mercury retrograde, which is in Scorpio, and will then end up in Sagittarius. These signs may be significant. It's the kind of aftermath energy is what I'm picking up on right now. There was something significant in regards to a 16 years difference between you and possibly maybe your love interest. This could be some kind of relevance to a second marriage. The year 1956 may also be significant. It then led me on to looking at those who passed away in 1910. There was a few names that came through, but the one that caught my eye, caught my attention, was a black slave named Harriet Powers. She was a quilter, known for two types of quilting. I know the first one was Bible quilt and pictology or pictorial. 1886 is another year, but that numerology may be significant. She was born in 1837, the 29th of October, and she passed in 1910. I'm going to share some information on my community page of what I've pulled up on Harriet Powers. There were some other names that came through, but the reason why Harriet Powers stood out to me is the quilter, and it brought me back to chapter 17. And there was an energy around chapter 17 as I was coming into that chapter of a card that came through called Repair, of two ancestors sitting in the chair, seemed like they was in the air with a massive quilt. The illustration of the card, I'm going to find the first message of those messages, and I will attach it to the description. I feel like it's definitely relevant. I'm hearing symbolic to the energy of chapter 19 and the messages that's coming through today. Again, I was picking up on this energy of breaking news. As I was going down the list of those who may have passed in 1910, I was picking up a trigger energy. I was reminded of why I stopped watching the news, So again, I put pen down and I carried on with my day, Then I came back to the table and I started channeling again. So I'm going to read what I wrote here. Breaking news. I was reminded intuitively why I stopped watching the news, but something is going to be seen publicly. A sighting, recognition, facial recognition is what I heard. AirTag, watches. The watches is the energy that came through in the last message which I uploaded on my channel. Leave everything where it is at this time. I was looking at the table and I was kind of rearranging some of the things that was on there. And I heard, leave everything where it is. And then I was brought back to the cards that was on the table, but they had already been removed. Symbolic to the energy of the message. It may be significant. So again, I heard, leave everything where it is. It's evidence. Something had already been removed, rerouted, tampering with evidence, tampering, triggering. I was picking up on the initials CSI, crime scene investigation, forensic evidence, DNA. Something that sticks, prints, fiber, carpet, floor, surface level, demon, basement, from the bottom to the top. I want, a need, a must, desperation for change, awakening, death of the ego, and let it go, which is one of my poems. I was then just hearing in this energy of telepathy, just go, just do it, confessions. I was then picking up on Usher Raymond's song, or this is an usher of the court, some type of handover, hand in. was the energies I was picking up on. I was then brought back to two of my poems, one of which I wrote directly on YouTube on my community page around about a year or so ago. And there was another one which I put up on my Facebook page, in the energy of grandma in the sky, and another one of everyone's trying to take you down to the dam. You know, in this energy of, now I'm picking up on soldier down, soldier down. There's been some type of spiritual kidnapping here. I was then picking up on a song by an artist, a Jamaican artist called Ding Dong, and I was literally hearing Ding Dong within my mind as I was listening to this song. There's a part of the song that was standing out to me. I've heard this song many times. It's one of my favorite dancing songs. It's actually a dancing song, you know. A release of energy is what I'm picking up on right now. Is one of the ways I release my energy is by dancing. Someone who's being released from some type of captivity may be making their way towards you, and I'm hearing ding dong, a continuous, aggressively ringing of the doorbell here. Within the song, there's a few states that he mentions. He mentions Brooklyn may be significant, New York, Jersey, Canada, and Toronto may be significant to those that are resonating in the energy of this message. So one of the first poems I was brought back to, it was written on the 21st of January, 2024. They say what you see is what you get. Two sides to a coin, let's not forget. Still have no regrets, with all respect. Some may see me, some may not. Some may even know my name or the version they got. Played the part of a game of once upon a time. Give them a nickel or a dime. Sure they'll spin a web, create a crime. Never know when to draw the line, but I digress. Instant block and decline. What's not for me could never have been mine. My chance now to shine. Most would say I'm strong, others would say I'm weak. Shy, observant, maybe even a freak. But never in the streets, never described as a geek. Definitely not a Greek. Never assume I can be sweet, shy. Not often, but I do cry. I am who I am, one who wonders and seeks honesty, loyalty, and truth. Sometimes cycles repeat. The struggle is real in the street. I humbly introduce myself. Greetings. I am one of the meek, humble and unique. I'm not a saint, yes, rare and kind, hard to find. I'm not a sneak, but count on me when I peep a lie or deceit. Eek. I would definitely no longer be shy. I will speak my mind. I hate mistreat. Bury that in the concrete. Rest, but not over my peace. An energy I've long overcome, already released. Liars, manipulators, haters, cheaters. Time now to increase, decrease. Not on the level of the heat. Ready, steady, time to retreat. Forever remain grounded, strong on my feet. Anything less has to take a back seat. This chapter, I move with the Most High, one with my inner beat. Vision is sky high, no lie. And the second poem I was brought back to is the one which I wrote directly onto my community page. It says a year ago. So it reads, the floodgates are open with the change of perception of the outer and other realm and dimensions. Numerology 3. Who feels it knows, and you know too. Swim through with a new leash of existence to life, people, places and things. Forgive, but never forget the lessons you learn at the bottom of the well. #5. Never you see and blind, and never you hear in death. And give thanks to those who always see and hear your cry. The Most High will never bring you to it without bringing you through it. Will never give you what you agreed your soul can bear. You're unique and rare. Let them stare. The Most High saw all of the injustices done against you. He sees your heart. Your intentions is what's going to get you through these gates. New timeline. The old has been washed away. Get set for big happy changes. So those are the energies that was coming through for this chapter, chapter 19. So let's just see. So many messages, so many downloads. But let's see, what's the most important message in regards to these energies in relation to chapter 19. What's the past life energy in regards to any current energy in regards to this new timeline? I'm going to get one more. Just wanted to turn over this card. So spirituality and religion and unrequited love. I pay attention to unrequited love. Wanted to come through neither in the reverse nor the upright. And we've got Mother at the bottom of the deck. So let's get one more card in regards to this energy for chapter 19. In regards to this unrequited spiritual religion, love, energy. And this energy of knighthood. Instantly I'm hearing, be your own knight in shining armor. It's giving knight in shining armor energy instantly. And we've got love life at the bottom of the deck. And I'm just kind of guided to take this card. And at the bottom of the deck now we've got this energy of, it says baby, I wanted to say Moses. It's now bringing me to one of my freestyles. You know, choices. The most I make us know, so we are going to hear him in many different voices. Him tell me say, carry for the spirit of Noah and Moses, David and Joseph, however that may resonate. I've kind of been led to share that song on my YouTube channel again. It's for me more so, it was more so like a prayer. But let's just see, what's the overall energy? So for those of you who's just joined my channel, appreciations to you all. But when it comes on to my seasons and my chapters, I will pull an overall energy, and the card that's at the bottom of the deck is the energy that we're going to be moving into for message 2. I usually do around between 8 and 10 messages per chapter, but I'll always go with the flow, you know. So let's see, let's get overall energy in regards to chapter 19 and this past life energy for those that may be resonating. And we've got the Chariot. Be mindful of the directions that you're going in right now. There may be a kind of uncertainty. I pay attention that the Chariot wanted to show itself in the reverse. A kind of an imbalance within yourself. Again, I'm picking up on this energy of being released from an energy of a 5 of Pentacles. Possibly maybe a relationship, but someone's been left out in the cold. Not sure in what direction to go in. Is the type energy I'm picking up on here. We've got the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, which will be the overall energy. And the Lovers is directly behind that. Decisions. Institutions. I also use this fairy tale oracle message deck. A lot of people may wonder why. It's the energy of process, you know. Some things are easier to process in that realm is what I'm hearing. So let's just see. In regards to this energy, chapter 19, and we've got the energy of Tamlin, card number 24, which is at the bottom of the deck, in this energy of battle. And right now I'm hearing that this is not your war. This is the battle of the Most High, and we're just his soldiers. We're just his knights. We're just his spiritual warriors. Is the energy I'm picking up on here. And I pay attention that this card wants to come through in the reverse. It's Puss in Boots, and it's the energy of being witty. But it came in a reverse. Whatever this is no joke. This is a serious matter. It's an energy I'm picking up on. Going back to chapter 17, the overall energy that came through from this deck was the princess that never smiled. Something is serious, and right now I'm hearing one of my intros to one of my freestyles where I say, some people take it for fun, but I take it as serious as a gun. Ward 21, which is a song that I was channeling some time ago, which is the official video illustrates some kind of drive-by violence, you know. I'm going to put this in the upright for the purpose of this chapter, but I pay attention that it came through in the reverse. So throughout the message, you may hear me, or the message is, you may hear me refer to the chariot and this energy of Puss in Boots in the reverse, because that's how it was seen. And that's what I'm hearing, symbolic to the energy of this message. Something is being seen which is going to be brought to the light. I'm hearing a silence is about to be broken. I'm picking up on again on this energy of a blast from the past. So let's see in regards to the energy of this message. Card number 16. And I have to chuckle. And I will pull another card. But this is definitely the same energy. Chapter 17. Same card came through. And I've used this deck numerous of times since. Break it down to the 7. There's something significant about this number 7. The chariot is also number 7. The Puss in Boots wit card is card number 8. So angel number 778 may be significant. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got card number 13. False belief. The card reads, once the untruths that we believe about ourselves are illuminated, so are the ways we can release the false limitations that connect us to. And on this card, for those who hasn't yet seen chapter 17, which will be the first message, it reads, melting mask, allow your spirit self to shine through the many roles you fulfill. And as I'm reading this card, I'm being brought back to as I was during this time of the movie, The Mask, Jim Carrey. Those names may be significant. But the first one, when they stole his mask, he found the mask. He learned how to use and control its powers. But it was stolen from him. And the person who stole it from him, when they put that mask on, it possessed them in a way that they was unable to handle, because what they stole wasn't for them. You know, the power, your power, is consuming somebody. I'm hearing right now your love is consuming somebody, because somebody's now seeing the real you, you know. Type energy I'm picking up on here. I did want to get another card. Let's see, let's get one more card in regards to the energy of this message for those that may be resonating with chapter 19. Intentions is at the bottom of the deck, card number 31. Lacking personal direction, which is the energy of the Chariot, and I'm hearing to take it. Lacking personal direction begets confusion and life as a pawn to someone else's game of chess. And what's significant, ironic even, about this message, which I'm going to take, I was guided to take it, Spirit Self told me to, which is at the bottom of the deck now, card number 1, is that the poem that I read out just a while ago, the first one on my Facebook page, the illustration that I used is of chess, you know. And again, at the beginning of this message, I was channeling the energy of what is your dreams trying to warn you or alert you to or away from in this energy of moving forwards. Card number 23, in this energy of you are the next major arcana, SupaNova, StarTeller, energy, unforgettable, unhookable, unpredictable, unstoppable type energy, but someone doesn't believe that about themselves. So the card that came through, it reads, only you can accept or reject your dreams. I'm hearing right now, what's stopping you? I'm actually hearing a 2-pack stop. So, center of this message, heart of the matter. So let's see, in regards to this energy, card number 16. For those that's resonating with the energy of this message. So this is my archetype deck. So let's see. I don't like how that's shuffling. But meditators came through and damsel came through. The cards that this came through, and again, I don't like how it's coming through. So we've got Exorcist here. So I'm going to read it, but I'm not going to take it. It says, freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. And in the shadow, it would read, fear of facing your own demons. And I'm reading to take it. Someone wants to put something back. They don't want to face their demons. So this Midas, Misa, I believe I'm just reading what this card is. So it reads, in the light attribute, entrepreneurial or creative abilities to turn anything to gold. And it just makes sense. I said this in one of the messages of recently. Anything you touch, you've got the ability to turn that into abundance, into gold. Delight is sharing life's riches, and in the reverse, in the shadow attribute, hoarding, money and emotions, obsessive fear of losing your wealth. So let's see, in regards to this energy of broken dreams, why is this energy here? Saboteur. So in the upright it reads, highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the change it will bring to your life. And I pay attention that within this illustration, card number 23, there's a broken mirror. Is why I was picking up on this energy of self-doubt. Someone may be sitting in this energy of self-doubt, needing to take off this mask, you know. Set your intentions. Student is at the bottom of the deck. It reads, humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. Shadow attribute, arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. So let's see, in regards to this Broken dream. Let's get one more card. Two more want to come through. Three more want to come through. And we've got the Destroyer, which is in the shadow attribute. And it reads, intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dream or potential. And it's falling into this past life energy. And again, these cards both are falling in the reverse, and I'll read them both in the shadow. So it reads, using humor to wound rather than liberate, denial of your emotional truth in this energy of Puss in Boots that was here in the reverse. Someone's not finding something funny. I'm now being drawn to the green eyes of Puss in Boots. The card that also came through is Scribe, and it's in the reverse, in the shadow attribute, alerting facts or plagiarizing others' work. And the energy that came through is spirituality and religion. So let's see, in regards to this energy of intention, clear message, Avenger. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. And I keep on getting this message over the last few messages. It's neither in the reverse nor the upright. I pay attention to how it's fallen. So I read it in both. The light attribute desires to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on the behalf of society or oneness. In the shadow attribute, restoring to violence in the name of a cause. And I'm paying attention to the map. It looks like a kind of train map, you know, train timetable. I'm hearing timeline, breaking the chains of the past, you know, of those that tried to steal and destroy, plagiarize your creativities, however that may be resonating for you. I'm going to get one more card in regards to this energy. Someone was taking liberties, you know. But let's just get one more card in regards to this energy of intentions, for those that may be resonating in the energy of this message. I'm hearing when you set your intentions, the flow becomes more comfortable. I'm paying attention to how the cards were shuffling. It's a big deck, but that's still no excuse for how they were feeling just now. Delight. I'm going to just read delight and attribute. No. So anyway, delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Presentation in the shadow, it reads, presentation to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. I'm hearing go deeper, and I've been hearing go deeper for a while, which is why I've got this deck beside me. I haven't had this deck out for some time now. It's triggering energies that are within this deck, which I've kind of created myself. But as I was channeling yesterday, the decks which to use, this is definitely one that was standing out amongst a lot of the other decks that I've created here. And now at the bottom of the deck, there's an addict here. In the light attribute, helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. In the shadow attributes, compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. And I pay attention to that this person in this card is pushing against the tide, trying to go against the grain. It's the type energy. It's giving me this of that quote, you can only touch the same flow of water. You can't touch the same flow of water twice. Water moves in one direction. It's now bringing me back to the story of Moses when he freed the Israelites out of captivity, and the Most High put a ring of fire around the Egyptians whilst the Israelites crossed through the Red Sea, which was parted. And after, I believe, I don't know where I got this figure from, but 6 weeks, the fire had gone down, and the Egyptians tried to cross, and the Most High closed the sea, because the only thing that can happen to this person here is that the sea's gonna take them in, the tides, in the energy of this wave, this shift, this timeline. So let's see, in regards to the energy of these messages, I'm going to pull a few cosmic wisdom messages in regards to the past life energy. I want to clarify spirituality and religion for those that I'm connecting with in regards to the energy of this message. So 2 cards came through. Root chakra, which again is giving me this past life energy. It reads, embrace the divine wisdom of your root chakra and find solace in the grounding force it offers, as it anchors you to the present moment. And I feel like the more you know in regards to your past life, and if this is not about past life, this is just about your foundation, your lineage, where you've come from, you know, that ancestral DNA type energy is what I'm picking up on. You come from a spiritual bloodline, moving out of this energy of confined way of living, making decisions to do things differently from those of the past. Is the type energy I'm picking up on here. Uranus is here. Your ability to think outside the box and embrace your unconventional ideas makes you a harborer of transformation and progress. And I pay attention to where it's fallen. It's fallen into this energy of 23, the broken dreams. For me now, 23 represents SupaNova energy, StarTeller energy, 5-star energy, your soul tribe energy, the unstoppable, you know, the unpredictables, the unhookables. So let's see, in regards to this energy of love life, why is this energy of love life here, which was at the bottom of the deck? The Sun card here, which wants to come through in the reverse. Something is not yet here, but again, angel number 19 is sun energy. Something is about to be illuminated and brought to your awareness. But I'm going to read the card. It reads, you radiate with inner light, confidence and authority, just as the sun lights up the sky. Your presence brightens the lives of those you're around. In this energy of love life, unrequited love. Why is this energy of unrequited love here? Neptune's also here, and it's in this energy of your intentions. Tap into the unseen dimensions of reality and journey beyond the physical to explore the depths of your soul's connection with the cosmos. And as we're talking about that, I've really been channeling the energy of the Lyrans, galactic energy, you know, many different realms that we're a part of. Knighthood. So let's see, in regards to this energy of knighthood, what's this energy of knighthood here in regards to this past life energy for those that may be resonating in this current time? What's the relevance? Mercury is here. Mercury retrograde. I'm hearing a blast from the past, which again, like I said, is in it starts off in Scorpio season on the 9th of November and ends on the 29th of November. Bear in mind there's a 2-week shadow period which we're in right now, before and after. So your words carry the potential to inspire, heal and illuminate the minds and the minds and hearts of those around you. Use the gifts with good intention and authority. And that card's out here. Vortex. It reads, release resistance and surrender to the flow of me. You are guided to trust the process, let go of the control, and embrace the journey into the unknown. and not me, the vortex. It's in this energy of your intentions, in this Neptune energy. Something is now being released, is what I'm hearing. I just keep on hearing that. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got aura. Remember that your aura is a reflection of your thoughts, emotions, and intentions. So fill it with positive energy and watch it grow. And I'm hearing and glow. So let's get a card in regards to the energy of the Chariot. The cosmic wisdom in regards to this energy. Why is the Chariot here? Sacral chakra is here in the reverse, and also the energy of Puss in Boots in this energy of wit. Why is this energy of wit here? And we've got Venus, and we've got this energy of Libra at the bottom of the deck. So sacral chakra card reads, the divine message from your social chakra is to immerse yourself in creativity, joy, sensory, leading you towards a life of vibrant expression. In all that you do, you know, you're having to do it with good intentions in order for it to manifest into your life. Venus, your heart is filled with compassion and understanding. Embrace their emotional intelligence, for your heart is a beacon that radiates love into the world. I'm hearing right now, the powers in the powers in the tower, delicate flower. There's an inner compass energy I'm picking up on here. In the energy of your sacral chakra, this energy of tapping into your inner child, your imagination, your creativities is what I'm picking up on here. At the bottom of the deck, I'm hearing this is your justice. At the bottom of the deck, we've got Libra. Your diplomatic nature makes you a beacon of security and fairness. But within your quest for harmony, do not neglect your own needs. And for some reason, this card wants to show Aries. Your fiery passion fuels your actions, and your determination lights the way. Remember, through patience can be just as powerful as haste. Capricorn energy is directly behind that. You embody the essence of hard work and responsibility that propels you towards your goals. But remember that rest and relaxation is important too. Divine Feminine is right behind that, with the energy of aura directly behind that too. So let's get some numerology for message 1, chapter 19. In regards to this energy, 0303, taking chances. Success, knowledge, friendship, impatience, freedom, optimism. When chances present themselves, seize them and do something out of the ordinary. Whether in your professional or personal life, you will find success by welcoming creative impulses and having faith in your own abilities. Trust in chance and take risks on opportunities that can change your life for the better. When they said you can't, do it anyway. Rise in this energy from the root chakra, from those that try to keep you restricted, you know, in a box. The card that came through is you have the ability to think outside of that box and embrace an unconventional ideas, you know. So let's see, in regards to this energy, this past life energy, why is this energy of this past life here in regards to this current timeline, for those that may be resonating with the energy of this message? Angel number 1515, the big break, innovation, focus, creation, progress, forward movement, skills and goals. An opportunity, help, extra cash, or other support is coming your way. So keep going and have fun when performing your task. The most tremendous success comes from passion, All efforts will be rewarded. Big time. Karmic debts are being paid off, you know. Type energy. Why is this energy of the mountain mask here? In regards to this energy of chapter 19, message 1. The card that came through is 1010. It's up to you. Moderation, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, self-realizations, taking action, unconditional love. It's time to put those long cherished ideas into action. You will soon come into contact with the appropriate individuals, circumstances, and resources. Eventually, you will experience joy as well as a brand new opportunities. Trust in the process. The other card that came through is 0220. Act on your idea. Realistic and practical approach. Goals, divine timing, ambition, cooperation, and discipline. You have the benefit of good fortune, and if you see your wise judgment, you can do anything. In this place, you can reach new heights. You should act on your potential when you see this pattern. Since what you plant will grow, you're about to experience a spectacular accent. And I'm kind of, as I was reading this, I was just looking at the 2-2 in the center here, and I screenshotted the time just rising at 422. Something significant about that. So let's see, in regards to this energy of the broken dreams. Why is this energy of broken dreams here? Card 111. Intuition. Moderation, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, self-realizations, taking action, unconditional love. For self, I'm hearing. Time to implement long cherished ideas. You're on the right track towards making your dreams and your visions a reality. The right people, circumstances, and resources are being sent your way. Happiness and new opportunities are at hand. Trust in the process. 1717, which is the previous chapter which I was referring to in regards to the energy of melting Mars. Drama alert. Independence, soul mission, alone time, learning, healing, aspirations. Take a few deep breaths and focus inward. You need time to think things over and consider your options. At this time, you must rely solely on yourself. You might not believe it, but you're heading in the right direction. What appears to be a lull in activity is just a natural part of this process. Trust the process, you know. This shift that you're feeling right now is all a part of the gift, which is another message or poem which I have on my poetry page on Facebook. So let's see, in regards to this energy of your intentions, let's get a couple cards. And we've got 444, and I just said the time. So it reads protection, change, rebellion, guidance, justice, truth, character, and love. Get ready for the good things you've been hoping for. You were born for a higher calling. Put your energy into going towards your ambitions, and the universe will align itself to provide you with the right people, circumstances, and resources to make things happen. The other card that came through is 0808. Swift action, wealth, empathy, promises, commitment, affection, inner strength, aspirations, outcomes. You will enter a time of expansion, so begin taking steps towards achieving your ultimate objective immediately. Finances will miraculously improve. Oh, and someone has their mind set on you. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got 0909, new beginnings, relevant. Great chances, opportunities, courage, accomplishments, endings, conclusions, big love. Look out for an opportunity that might be a game changer. You are completing something major. It feels good to level up, huh? Close the old chapter. A new adventure will unravel. And I just feel like that's relevant as this is a new chapter and this is a new beginning. I can feel that strongly after someone's been released, let go of. I'm hearing clarity is coming towards you, and I feel like the clarity is coming in regards to this energy of this message. Great transformations, major changes, opportunities, fast pace, forward process. I'm now hearing the poem again, you know, the one which I read out last. The dam is being released, the water is released, the emotions are being released. You aren't a victim of circumstances, rather you are the beneficiary of it. If that weren't the case, life would be pretty dull. You will set yourself up for success in the long run. If you are willing to adapt to the shift, it's all a part of your gift. Everything is working out for the best. At long last, you are accomplishing what you set out to do. Everything will work out perfectly and in the end. And I'm hearing, and in your favor. So I want to read the center of the message and the heart of the matter of this message, chapter 19 from the book, card number 23. Only you can accept or reject your dreams. We break our own dreams when we cease to believe in them and ourselves. Our attitudes towards disappointment, perceived failures, and rejection has the power to derail our confidence when a prolonged state of defeat and doubt ensues. We'll not only give up on our dreams and ourselves, but also on what makes us feel alive. It can be hard, but we need to trust that the way to release our dreams is by persisting and working with the disappointments as well as the perceived failures or rejections. Perceived setbacks are often opportunities to learn to think differently, to develop further, and to explore new ways of releasing or realizing our visions. When we interpret it and therefore turn challenges into actual setbacks, it can feel like the world has rejected us. In response to this feeling, we give up too soon. The world does not reject us. It cannot. Of course, it may feel like it does, but what is more likely to have transpired is that certain individuals, organizations, and opportunities have said no to us for one thing at one point in time. The world is full of many more individuals, organizations, and opportunities if we continue to say yes to ourselves. In the instance that constructive feedback is given, it can be helpful to consider seriously what is said. We may become aware of something useful. At times, we may also benefit and develop from seeking out another's informed point of view or ongoing mentorship. However, what remains crucial to the realizations of our dreams is focused persistence, appropriate practice and training, and the right timing. People, circumstances, and many other variables outside of our awarenesses and control need to line up. Furthermore, we need to be ready for our dreams to come true so that success does not have the distorting effect on us. To abandon your dreams is to abandon yourself. There is no need for this. The Guardian encourages you to explore ways of doing what you love differently, being flexible with the way that you go about realizing your vision. This will save you from much unnecessary heartache, regret, lost time, and despair. The Guardian message for this oracle is, do what makes you feel alive in your life. Never lose sight of what lights you up and makes your spirit self sing, no matter what. And right now, as I was reading that, I was hearing, love your life and live the life you love. You know, this is about your choices. Remembering that every choice and decisions that we make comes with consequences, you know, and it's whether we can live with those consequences of our actions, of our choices, of our decisions type energy. So I do want to pull one more card to end this message before I go into message 2 for chapter 19. A few cards want to come through. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got card number 55, bold step forward. And for some reason, I just feel like that's relevant too. Oh, come on. And right behind that, it says many masks, the authentic self, confirmation. I won't take this one, but again, card number 12, I resonate with this energy, with the numerology, dragon's hoard, protecting your future, that next generation, roots in your culture. Live by example is the type energy I'm picking up on right now. The cards that came through is, in the reverse, is the horseman, in the past life energy, the herald of change, and new beginnings is here. Moon maiden, both here in the reverse. I will clarify these energies as we go into the chapter, you know. Adaptability is also here, neither in the reverse nor the upright. I'm hearing how teachable are you in the energy of the Hierophant, the teacher. Taurus energy. I'm also picking up on the energy of Sagittarius. But the card I'm going to read for this message is card number 38, which is the energy of masks. Just because it's clarifying this energy that's already came through. So if I go to card number 38 in the book, it reads, many masks, the authentic self, energizing internal allies, a conscious shift. We live in a world where everyone we see wears a mask. We wear these masks to cover up and protect who we really are. We learn to do so because we've been conditioned to try and appear a certain way to fit into society. Masks allow us to belong, so we remain within the confines of what is expected. Masks are not inherently bad. Rather, they provide context and structure for our personalities and soul's expression. Some of us might believe that a particular mask, fixed and hardened onto us, is our permanent face. We forget that we are living beings with a multitude of faces, enabling us to experience a fuller, more vibrant world. Your authentic essence doesn't want to be more constrained by others' expectations anymore. Now is the time to strip away the mask you've accepted and discover who you really are. And as I'm reading this, I'm going to take a pause, and I'm hearing, you've earned every stripe, you know. Whosoever I'm connecting with right now, you're a warrior. You're a warrioress. You've been through some things, you know. I'm definitely picking up on Emperor and Empress energy. I'm going to continue reading. So it says, I'm going to start again. So authentic essences don't want to be constrained by other expectations anymore. Now is the time to strip away the mask you've accepted and discover who you really are. A new self is emerging, and your perception changes as you adopt new ways of being. Right now is really important to allow yourself to experiment, to experience the world in all of its potentials and possibilities. Try on different masks and let yourself be fluid and curious. How will you know what you love and what you resonate with if you don't take off the mask you've always worn and test drive some new ones? Your authentic essence will never change. It will only express itself differently through those optional selves. Though trial and error, you discover more and more about who you want to become. What would it feel like to explore this side of you? Anything is possible if you are willing to open up to your full potential. You truly can move beyond the barriers that society has set. Use your imagination and step into the magic. And on that note, I'm going to end this message here. I was contemplating to pull on my Lyron deck, but I will start message 2, chapter 19 with that deck. You know, in this energy of many masks, I was kind of asking myself, why am I drawn to so many different oracles? But it's in this energy of many masks. You know, you're not hiding, you're expanding. Type energy is the energy I'm picking up on right now. But if these messages have resonated with you, remember to press the like button. And remember, not every message that comes through is going to be a message for everyone. But there's definitely a message here for someone. Appreciations to my subscribers, old and new. You're definitely helping my channel to grow. You know, continue to comment, like, share. Appreciations and gratitude to you all. And on that note, I'm going to end these messages here. And remember who you are. You're a SupaNova. You're a StarTeller. You're a true speaker. And you're a child of Ra. You're a rising star. Love and light to you all.